Guys, it is the morning after getting home from New York. So I got in yesterday and hi Butters. Hi baby, do you want to say hi to everyone? I'm sure they want to say hi to you. Hi. Hi, did you miss mommy? Huh? Did you miss mommy? She was such a little snuggle bunny last night. Such a snuggle bunny. Look at you. Look at this belly. Look at this spotted belly. Spotted belly. Oh my God, I am so sweaty. I don't know if I can do this. So it's been, you know, broiling hot in Vegas, all of the Southwest, I think. And so we've been trying to really conserve. We only have like one AC unit going in the house at one time. I mean, I feel incredibly blessed to have AC at all, so very thankful for that. But I usually keep it at like 78, 77 during the day. At night, I definitely like to turn it down when we're upstairs sleeping. I like to sleep, you know, I sleep better if it's cooler. Anyway, so we're just kind of like hiking. We've been trying to hike the temperature that we keep it at. We've been trying to hike it up little by little. And right now in the kitchen, it is set at 80. I'm just hot. I'm just sweaty and I'm just hot. So I think I'm gonna just bring it down to, 78. Let's see how that feels. So if you see me just sort of wiping off my forehead, that's why I'm very warm. So I have some packages in. I wanted to show you some things that I got while I've been away. And so we'll do that in just a bit, but I am starving right now. So I'm gonna make a little bit of my breakfast. I showed you this breakfast, I think in my last, not my last vlog, the vlog before I left for New York. I'm just making that almond butter, yogurt, blueberry concoction. It really keeps me full, you know, for most of the morning. And I really like it, especially when I'm feeling warm. I think I mentioned this in the other vlog too, like to have like eggs, which is what I usually have. It just seems like a lot for such a warm day. So anyway, I'm gonna go with my yogurt breakfast. So while I am mixing up my concoction here, I thought I'd catch up a little bit. How are you guys? Here's my hair after washing it, after Joey cutting it, and it just looks so much fuller, doesn't it? All I did was put in my Sicily La Creme 260. Is that the number? La Creme 260, I think. Wow, brain fog. All I did was put some of that in and just blew out my hair, like not even with a brush or anything. I just blew it out with a blow dryer, and that's it. I love, love, love when Joey does my hair. It's so good. I think the last time I got my hair cut, I was a little bit desperate because the last time I was in New York, Joey wasn't working the days that I was there. So I had gotten my hair cut at Caesars, right? Yeah, at the Michael Boychuk salon at Caesars. And, you know, the cut was fine. It was, you know, it got me through. But there's something, I don't know, Joey just, he gets my hair. It's just so good. So anyway, really, really happy with my haircut. You know, he assured me that when I told him that I would do this, you know, photo shoot, I was like, are you gonna like cut my hair in some way that like fits the website, or are you just gonna cut it like true to the way you always cut my hair? And he's like, no. He's like, we're gonna cut it the way I always cut your hair. He's like, it's not that kind of situation. But I'm like, you know, you never know. And I know, you know, he was working with a company that was like kind of helping him with the aesthetics and the website and, you know, photographer, all that kind of stuff. And I'm like, you just never know what's gonna happen. But yeah, he just cut my hair the way he normally cut my hair. So just perfect, very ideal hair model situation. And oh, these I have to wash. And I was so happy I was able to see a couple of my friends for dinner. So it was so nice, as usual, so nice to be in New York, even for those couple of days. The city seemed really quiet. For my subscribers out there that are in New York, is that the feeling that you got, or was I just like in weird pockets? Because it seemed like New York City of old. I would say maybe in the really early 2000s, the late 90s, the summer times would be so quiet in the city. No one was there, everyone went away. You would see some tourists, but it didn't feel like we were overrun with tourists. And it just progressively got more and more crowded during the summer times in New York, where I feel like by the time I moved, which was about 6 years ago, the city just during the summertime almost felt more crowded than during the year, which, you know, was very unusual and kind of the opposite. But when I was back there, it had that same feeling that I remember having like in the late 90s, where it was just really quiet in the summers. Like all the families would leave, would go on vacation, would go to their summer homes. And yeah, and there just wasn't that much tourism. So I don't know. I don't know if this is just like post-pandemic recovery is still kind of happening, or like I said, maybe I just got lucky. We're in these really quiet pockets, but like the restaurant I went to with Sarah the last night that I was there, we went to Lafayette, on Lafayette, and it's a really big restaurant, but usually it's pretty full. Like usually you can get a table, but it's full, it's bustling. I mean, granted it was a weekday, but still, it just was really empty. And then just like walking around at night, I actually noticed this when I was in New York in May. It's just at night, it's just so much more quiet. Like New York used to be crowded all the time, like 24/7, 365, just crowded all the time. And it's just not anymore. So anyway, that was an interesting sort of observation that I made while I was there. But I'm gonna go ahead and eat my yogurt concoction here. Sorry, I have like hair in my mouth. Eat my yogurt concoction, and then I'll come back and show you, again, like just some things that I got in PR, but what I really want to show you is like, or what I really want to do a demo of is the new Westman Atelier products. All right, I just wanted to show you guys just the highlights of some of the things that I got. True Botanicals, bless them. They have re-upped me on the Chabula Active Serum, one of my all-time favorite serums, and they have come out with a niacinamide biotin booster. So I love niacinamide. It tends to kind of like even out my skin tone, and most importantly, like reduce my pore size, which is really lovely, like right here. So let's see, niacinamide helps to balance sebum production, reduces redness, even skin tone, target enlarged pores, and then biotin helps to strengthen the skin barrier for clearer, smoother, more even tone and glowy skin. Perfect for me. So mix 1 to 2 shakes into your favorite serum, essence, or toner. Apply to face and neck morning and night. Pairs perfectly with the Chabula Active Serum. That's exciting. I like playing chemist and like mixing stuff together. So that's really cool. Thank you so, so much, True Botanicals. This looks very promising. I also, let's see, got a couple of bronzers from Hourglass. So they sent over Diffused Bronze Light and Nude Bronze Light. Diffused Bronze Light sounds familiar. I feel like this has been around for a while, this guy. And I may have tried this out before. Oh yeah, there are some like very small micro glitters in there, but the shade of this, the tone of this is really, really nice. Okay, so that's Diffused Bronze Light, and then Nude Bronze Light. That doesn't sound familiar to me, so let's see. Ah, this has like a warmer marbling in there. Yeah, this looks a little bit more warm. This looks cool, this looks kind of warmish neutral. Oh, I'll have to try those for sure, because I remember these being like really, really micro glittery, and there is some in the Diffused Bronze Light, but I don't think there's any in the Nude Bronze Light. Yeah, so that's really exciting. Thank you so much, Hourglass, for sending these over. Can't wait to try. And then Sydney Grace sent over a bunch of stuff for their Christmas in July sale. So I know so many of you look forward to this every year. They have like special deals every single day, like different deals every single day between July 24th and July 31st. So here's just like a quick listing of them, but you can go to sydneygraceco.com/sales-and-promotions to get all of the details. And there are some new releases, which is what they sent over to me. So let's take a look at these. There is the Love's Journey palette. That's what cover looks like. Oh, pretty, super duper neutral, fairly cool toned over here. The Heaven on Earth palette. This one, as you would suspect, some greens and blues in there. And then here is the Raspberry Kiss palette. I'm gonna guess this is, yeah, some really pretty pinks and purples. Nice 9-pan palette. Okay, it says Mad About You brows on here, but on the box it says Mad For You brows. So I guess it's Mad For You brows. And I guess this is, brow powders. This looks like a really nice tone for my brows. Cool, and then I think that's it. Oh, and new 2023 mystery bags. So awesome. Thank you so much, Sydney Grace, for sending over all of these amazing palettes. And don't forget to check out their deals for the end of July. And then CoverGirl just sent over their latest mascara. It's called Cleantopia. I'm sorry, the full name is Lash Blast Cleantopia. And let's see, it's infused with aloe leaf extract, sustainably sourced rainforest maracuja oil, and ceramide. Blah, 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 300% more volume. Awesome. Okay, thank you very much, CoverGirl. And then I did get something from Jones Road. I believe this is their new moisturizer. Yes, introducing oil-free moisturizer. Don't tell your friends yet, blah, blah, blah. Social, until 7/17. Okay, this is going up after that. All right. Okay, so this is an oil-free moisturizer. It's fragrance-free, it's water-based, instant hydration, lightweight, doesn't feel heavy, sticky, or too dewy. Clean formula, it contains niacinamide and is great for nourishing all skin types. That sounds very good to me. So here is the box, and let's see what the bottle looks like. Ooh, heavy, and glass bottle. Let's try some out here. Right on top of that Hourglass bronzer. Ooh, yeah, definitely very, very lightweight. It does feel a little watery. It also feels like there's that kind of ooey gooey squalene in there. Let me look at the ingredients. Let's see, water, blah, blah, blah. Oh yeah, squalene is the third ingredient, and then glycerin is after that. Oh, nice. Very nice. Thank you, Jones Road. And then Summer Friday sent over some of their skincare. I don't think any of these are new. I think this is a simple morning routine. So they sent over their CC Me serum, their Cloud Dew oil-free gel cream, which I really enjoy, and their Shade Drops, which is their SPF 30 mineral sunscreen. Very nice. Thank you so much, Summer Fridays. This is perfect for the summertime. And then I got this big old box from Colleen Rothschild. Look at this. Actually, don't look at that. One moment. Look at all of these goodies they sent over. Let me just run through them quickly. They sent over a cleansing balm. You guys know how much I love a cleansing balm. Extreme Recovery Cream, sounds right up my alley. Hyaluronic Serum, also right up my alley. Illuminating Tinted Eye Cream. Retinol Supreme Eye Cream. Micro Mineral Soothing Toner. Ooh, that is very intriguing. Sheer Renewal Cream. Vitamin C Brightening Serum. And then last but not least, a Quench and Shine Restorative Mask. Oh, for all hair types, so a hair mask. Ooh, very exciting. I have a bunch of friends here on YouTube that seem to really, really enjoy Colleen Rothschild. So I really appreciate this box because I've been really dying to try their products. So big thank you to Colleen Rothschild. Okay, just a couple more things. This is, it's like they watch my channel. From L'Oreal, they sent over their Ultimate Silver Care System for gray and silver hair that's soft as silk. So yeah, my grays are really living their best lives. They definitely are a mixture. I feel like most of my gray hair is fine, tame, soft, feels like the rest of my hair. And then I have some that are just super, super duper coarse and just want to do their own thing. So helpful for those stray hairs. But let me show you the actual tube here. So here is the shampoo. Then here is the conditioner. And looks like Andy McDowell is their spokesperson, which is fantastic. And then I got some new jewelry from Demarson. So I think this is last year. I got a bunch of like ear cuffs, which I actually haven't worn. I've just been lazy. But I got a bunch of ear cuffs because I don't actually want to get more piercings up here. And I was really into like, you know, the ear decorating that was going on. Anyway, I was loving the Demarson ear cuffs that I had. And I think I got them from Nordstrom. Yeah, I got them from Nordstrom if I remember correctly. Anyway, they have been so kind. They sent me some other ear cuffs and now they've sent me some more things. Like these earrings. How cool are these? Really pretty. Here's the pair. Aren't those cool? The disc is the back. Actually, let me take that off so you can see what the earring actually looks like. Super modern and chic. So that's a pair that they sent. And then let's see what else. I think they sent this. Oh yeah, look at this ear cuff. So it's like a donut. And this is hinged, so it opens up easily. So if I wanted to put that, maybe, I'm trying to think, should I put the hinge in the front or the back? Maybe the back. Ah, cool. So that is one that they sent. And then, let's see, what else did they send? Ooh, these other cuffs. So this one hinges here. Very cool. And then this one, it's the same shape, but it has these crystals all over it. That's really cool. Let me try this one on. There's that one. What does it look like if I put the straight one, the straight side in the front? Can I do that? Let me see. No, that doesn't sit right. You need the rounded part to kind of actually cuff your ear. Oh, so cool. And they're so comfortable. There were some other ear cuffs that I tried. Where was I? I didn't actually get them. I was in store. Maybe I was at Nordstrom again. Anyway, I tried these ear cuffs and they were really tight. They were like pinching my ears. I was like, oh my God, that's super painful. But these are really comfortable. Like I don't even feel them. Thank you so much, Demarson. And I'm gonna have to wear these out one night. These are really cool. Kind of like a throwback to the 80s. Oh, and I have one more box sitting here. So excited, I didn't even open it because I wanted to open it with you guys. Look, Suku. Oh my gosh, so when I was just in London, they sell Suku in London, and I was so tempted to like get a whole bunch of stuff, but I really, as you guys know, I just didn't have that much luggage space. And I thought I can always order it off of Selfridges here in the US. I do have that global shipping membership that you could get. It's like $55 a year. It's fairly inexpensive when you think about how much the shipping is for just one order. So anyway, I thought, you know what, I can just order stuff off of Selfridges. And then this box came, oh my God. So let's see what they sent. I think this is, I'm guessing, for their fall winter collection. Okay, they sent over an eye quad. This is in shade number 128. OMG. Silver, gold, and then 2 neutral browns. Wow. If that doesn't scream Michelle, I don't know what does. Wow, that is gorgeous. Okay, and then they sent over a pure color blush in shade 143. I'm still so sad that they discontinued their, was it their melting color blush? Oh my God, ooh, this is so pretty, look at that. And then we have 2 of their liquid luster eyes. Oh. Liquid eyeshadows. So this one is shade number 2. Ooh, look at that. Let's do a swatch. You guys, this looks like vinyl. Can you tell? Oh, maybe right there you can tell. Oh, that is cool. Okay, and then the other color they sent is 101. Ooh, and it's like a gray sparkly. Let's see. This is gonna go really well with that quad, the eyeshadow quad. All right, and then finally they sent a moisture-rich lipstick in the shade 128. So here is the package. And oh, ooh, it's like a bright orange. Ooh, and it's like a tint. But there's like metallic shimmer in there. Wow, that's pretty. That's really pretty. I like how it's not heavily pigmented. I don't really detect a fragrance either. Ooh, nice. Wow, thank you so much, Suku. I am So excited to try this stuff out. Okay, last but certainly not least, I got a box from Beautylish and they contain the brand new Sonia G Fundamental Face Set. I could not be more excited for a brush set. As you guys know, I fell in love with Sonia G when she came out with her very first Fundamental set years ago. And I remember Beautylish had come out with like a blog post about her. There's a picture of her like sitting in her beauty room with all these brushes, and I was like, who is this gorgeous creature? I need to know more about her. I read the whole blog post. I was falling in love with brushes at that point. I was really getting into them and like the different hairs and everything. And when she came out with her brush set, I was like, oh my gosh, this woman is speaking my language. So here we are, years later, and she has reimagined them and rethought this set, and I'm just so excited. Look at these handles. So this is the first one I've unpacked. So this is the Fan Large brush. Oh my gosh. I never liked fan brushes until Sonia G started making fan brushes. And I mean, I could thank her until the day I die, and it's just not enough. So thank you again, Sonia, for developing the most amazing brushes in general, and especially fan brushes. Okay, so that's the Fan Large, and I believe this is undyed goat hair, but there's going to be more details on the Beautylish site for sure. This brush, oh my gosh, this is the Fan Medium. Here's the Fan Medium. It feels so minky soft. Is this squirrel hair? Oh my God, incredible. So just to compare, Fan Large, Fan Medium. And then here is another fan brush. I'm so happy. This is Fan A. And I don't know if A maybe stands for asymmetric, because this fan has like a swoop to it. Do you see? So maybe this is Fan Asymmetric or Fan A. Ugh, beautiful. Let me hold this up next to medium. If it was symmetric, I think it would be like the same size as the medium, but this side is definitely cut in. Not cut, laid in differently, because the hairs are not cut. Oh, gorgeous. Okay, and then we have some round ferrule brushes. This one is Soft Buffer. Beautiful. This one is Classic Cheek. And then finally, ooh, oh, I like this. This looks like a giant blender brush. This one is Worker Large. I love this. Is this not perfect for one and done eyeshadow, for like under eye, anything, powder, concealer, the grooves, highlight. Oh, I love this. I love this brush. So here are the 6 brushes. 3 fan, 3, I don't know, more traditionally shaped brushes. Oh, gorgeous. Thank you so much to Beautylish and Sonia G for sending these over. I cannot wait to play with these. So I just got a ton of new stuff in, but I really want to focus in on the Westman Atelier liquid super loaded highlights, because they are gorgeous and they're so versatile. I'm going to try and, you know, work in as many different ways as possible to use them, but we'll talk through it. Okay, so I've just had to quick set up my filming out in this room. If you guys are unaware of my filming setup, behind me is, let me turn on the light. So this is like a walk-in closet that I basically film in. So my lighting is in there, and the unfortunate part, and I don't know if you guys can hear it at all. Do you hear that humming? Right on the other side of this closet wall, which is why I have the windows covered up with these huge sheets, is an air conditioning unit. And because it's going, because I'm about to film, I need it kind of cool. It's so loud. And the last video I did, I think my Hourglass, the Hourglass skin tint, this was just humming in the background. I don't even know if you guys could tell, but when I was editing it, I was like, this is making me crazy. So I can't film in the small closet when the air conditioning is going. And out here in the office, I cannot film in here unless the air conditioning is going. So I need it to cool down. It's really warm in this room because I've got huge windows in here. So I'm waiting for it to cool down. I've moved my camera and my microphone out here so that I can film out here and not have the air conditioning kind of humming in the background. So anyway, I was just gonna film all of this like on my vlogging camera, like right here with you guys, but I'm gonna use my big camera because, you know, I wanted to get some good shots of this or whatever. So anyway, we're gonna move over to my big camera now, so it's gonna look a little bit different. Okay, so here I am in my office, and hopefully everything looks okay. Everything looks okay on the monitor that I'm staring at. Sorry, I'm not looking at you, I'm looking at the monitor, making sure everything looks okay. All right, so let's get into this. Sorry, I've been talking about this like all day. So these are the Westman Atelier Super Loaded highlights. These are the liquid highlights. And they came out with 3 shades. So Peau de Pêche, Peau de Soleil, and Peau de Rosé. Now, Peau de Pêche is my favorite one in the actual compact. So these are like the liquid version of the Super Loaded Tinted Highlights, which are the ones that come in the compact. They're like a cream product. And they were the product that I was probably most confused about when they first came out, because they're not really a blush and they're not really a highlight, but they're the product that I probably fell in love with once I realized like how I could use it. And you guys have heard me talk about this a lot. But I like using it sort of as a base product for my cheek area, just to kind of give it a little glistening shine, and also like to give it a little bit of that tint that it has, whether it's the peach or the bronze. Like it sets a nice kind of tone for the whole cheek area. So anyway, I was really excited when these liquid versions came out, and they came out when I was in London. I don't know if you guys saw that vlog or listen to me, you know, kind of talk about my time in London since then. But I was at Harrods when they launched, and the makeup artist, who I believe works for Westman Atelier but is at Harrods, her name is Georgia. She was wonderful. If you're in the UK, anywhere near London, in London, definitely go see Georgia at Westman Atelier at Harrods. She's got gorgeous red hair. I mean, she's beautiful, but she was really, really just such a great like advocate for these. She was just such a great sort of spokesperson for these products. So first, let me just show you the packaging. So it looks like the Vital Serum Foundation, but all black. They are liquid products. So I am gonna shake them up, and then I'm going to do swatches of all of them for you. So I love this range that they came out with too. There's only 3 shades, but it seems to kind of cover a lot, we'll say. It's really, really subtle, but do you see the metallic band between the cap and the bottle? They're different for each shade. So this is Peau de Pêche. So this has like a silver toned one. This one is Peau de Soleil, and it's got a gold one. And then this is Peau de Rosé, which has, it's almost like a champagne gold. I don't know if you guys, sorry, the bottles. Here's the Peau de Rosé. So it's a little bit lighter, a little bit more copper than the Peau de Soleil, which is gold, which is this one. So Rosé, Soleil. But let me do some swatches of these. I'm just gonna squeeze a little bit out onto, oh, I have makeup on the back of my hand. Oh, that was from the, the PR haul. Hold on, let me remove these first. Okay, here are the 3 shades. I'm gonna go ahead and blend them out. So this one is Peau de Pêche. This one is Peau de Soleil. And then this one is Peau, I'm missing it, Peau de Rosé here. Peau de Rosé. Aren't those so pretty? They're beautiful. They just have this gorgeous luminescence to them without any kind of micro glitter, without any kind of like really harsh kind of metallic reflection. They just have this really kind of natural, dewy kind of finish to them. And that's when I just really, really fell in love with them. The texture too is really, really nice. It's like kind of like a serum-like kind of texture. It definitely feels like there's a little bit of squalane in there. So there's that kind of thickness to them, or like they behave really nicely. They're not too runny, they're not too liquidy, but they're not too thick either where it starts to feel unmanageable. But those are the 3 shades. So what I wanted to share with you was all the different ways that Georgia was showing us how to use these. And, you know, it's a liquid highlight. So a lot of it, I was like, yeah, sure. So obviously you can use it as a highlight. Just kind of tap it onto your skin, you know, when you're ready to do the highlighting step of your makeup routine. So it does look beautiful that way. And you can use, or what I've found is that you can use these with like your finger, with a brush, with a sponge, like any tool you like to use. These will work with. She also mentioned like go ahead and mix it into your foundation if you want just a little bit of dewiness, a little bit of glow. Obviously you don't have to put that foundation like all over your face. You can kind of like spot put it on where you like. You can put this on sort of strategically as a primer before your foundation if you want a little bit of dewiness, almost like the way I like to use the By Terry Brightening CC serums. That has like a lot of glow, and I would say the glow on those is more intense than the glow in these. So this is a little bit more subtle than the By Terry ones. The By Terry really has like a gorgeous kind of like metallic finish. Really, really beautiful, really glowy. And I would say those, the consistency of the By Terry Brightening CC Serum also is just a little bit thinner. And they do have that rose fragrance. These have no, I can't detect any fragrance at all. So I think these are fragrance free. So she shared with us, you know, basically all the ways that we know, all of us makeup lovers, like we know how to use liquid highlight. But what she shared with us, which was her favorite way to use it, I would never have thought to use it, but it looks incredible. And that's basically as an under eye primer. And so, of course, depending on your skin tone or what you're trying to achieve would determine which shade you want to use. So I'm going to go ahead and use the Peau de Rosé, which is the one that has like the pinky kind of cool toned light reflection to it. And if you guys know me, I do not like a shimmery kind of under eye, but this doesn't do that. This doesn't make my under eyes just look shiny or sweaty or just like a little bit too makeup-y. It just brightens the under eye area, and I can say for the first time with like full confidence, this is a highlighting product that I think actually blurs your skin. You know, usually highlight, because of what it does and what it is, it unfortunately can emphasize fine lines, large pores, texture on the skin, but I do not find that with these products. So it's why I really wanted to focus in on these liquid drops, because I just think they're so special. There's something about the formula and the level of the sheen and the type of sheen that's in this product. It's not, like I said, it's not overly like metallic. It's just, there's just this luminescent brightness to them that I love. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and squeeze out a little bit of the Peau de Rosé onto the back of my hand. And again, I hope you can see it. I think the lighting's pretty good here. And of course, Georgia and I bonded over the baby blender brush from Westman Atelier. You guys know how much I love this. I generally use it, I was telling her, for like cream eyeshadows. Love it. She was like, oh my God, you're gonna love it even more to use it underneath your eyes. So you don't need a lot of this product. You know, this is a very natural kind of, very typical kind of Westman Atelier look. We're not doing anything like super glam. So you don't need a lot of product. I just picked up a little bit, and I've got a mirror right in front of me. So I'm gonna be looking down at the mirror, and I'm just going to apply just a little bit of this. And I just have skincare down. I don't actually have any primer or anything like that. I have, what was the last thing I put on my skin? Oh, SPF. I put on my Clé de Peau UV Protective Cream SPF 50. So that's what I have on my skin. And I'm just going to dab just a little bit of that Peau de Rosé underneath my eyes. And you're gonna be able to see what I'm talking about, how it just shines. And so Georgia shared also that what she likes to do is she likes to put this on underneath concealer, or underneath, let's say you sort of only kind of spot apply foundation, which you guys know I like to do also. I don't like to just kind of spread it all over my face generally. And so if you put this down first and you use just sort of a light layer, either a foundation or concealer, basically like a base product, and you let this kind of like shine through underneath, it really looks like light. Like you're just really, really like lit from within underneath your eyes, and just your whole face brightens up. So I'm sure you guys can see what it looks like underneath my eyes. This is without, this is with. And If you wanted like a stronger like lit from within look, you could just leave it like that. You wouldn't have to even put concealer on top, or you can apply this over concealer, you know, if you want to cover up some dark circles and things first. So this first step is like magical. Absolutely magical. And like I said, I generally don't like anything super shiny or metallic under my eyes, but this looks so good. It's blurring, it's smoothing, it looks dewy without looking sweaty. And do you see how much brighter my under eyes look? And it doesn't look like, what makeup is she wearing underneath her eyes? I just think it looks so natural. And doesn't this side of my face just look so much more awake and alive than this side? So anyway, I just wanted to show that to you by itself. But what I'm gonna do is add on the Vital Skin foundation stick on top, and I'm just gonna use it in a really, really light way. And this is definitely a product that you can use basically like as a concealer if you don't want anything too heavy. It's really nice if you apply it with a brush, with your finger. I really like using a brush, so I am just gonna continue with the Baby Blender brush. I still have probably a little bit of that liquid super loaded Pot de Rosé on there. So I'm just gonna kind of dab just a little bit of the foundation stick onto my brush, and I have shade Atelier 0.5. This happens to be like the closest match for me. So I'm just going to gently apply it kind of over that whole area. I'm gonna put some on top of my eyelid too, just to even things out. And I'm just gonna take my finger and just kind of do like a final blend here. So here it is with the Pot de Rosé and the foundation stick on top. Doesn't that look so good? It looks ethereal. It is so, so gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. What I wanted to do on this side was just put the foundation stick down just so you can see the difference between adding just that little bit of the liquid highlight. So I'm gonna take a fresh brush. I'm gonna use my BK Beauty A506 concealer brush, and I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm just gonna pick up a little bit from the foundation stick and just gonna apply just around my eye, basically try and mimic exactly what I did on this eye so we can do a nice comparison. Final blend with my fingers here. Okay, so here is just the foundation stick, and here it is with the Pot de Rosé. Do you see how this side of my face just looks even more alive? It just looks really luminous. It looks fresh, but there isn't anything like overtly like super shiny or obnoxious about it. It is so amazing. I mean, this side, you know, I lightened it up with that particular shade of the foundation stick, so there is a little bit of like a highlight quality. But doesn't this just look so much more dimensional and so much more skin-like? It's just gorgeous. So I just had to share that particular application method with you. If you want to use it underneath your eyes, underneath a little bit of concealer, or if you like to use, let's say, a corrector. If you have some deep coloring underneath your eyes, use a corrector. I would use the corrector. I would use just a little bit of this Pot de Rosé, or whichever shade works for your skin tone. The Pot de Pêche is like a little bit more neutral. It's not as cool toned as the Pot de Rosé. And the Pot de Soleil obviously is like a little bit deeper. And then I would use like a foundation or concealer in a very light way, just sort of tap it. You can always build, but I would just start really lightly, because I think the mixture of the two, you're gonna be really surprised by how much coverage you get, and not just by pigmentation, but the coverage that you get is just this sort of blurring. It's fantastic, absolutely fantastic. So anyway, again, this is the Pot de Rosé side. This is the side with just the foundation stick. So what I do want to do is I want to mix some of the serum foundation in with the Pot de Soleil and give me a little bit of a tan. So I love, love, love the look of this. And of course, you can add just like 1 drop of the Pot de Soleil just to give your skin like a little something, like not even a full shade, foundation shade deeper, but you can always add more drops. And I just love the idea of being able to, you know, maybe add more drops for like a bronzer contour situation, less just all over my face if I just want to give myself a little bit more of a tan. It's so gorgeous. So I'm using Atelier 0.5 also in the serum foundation. And I'm gonna squeeze out maybe 4 drops. And then I'm gonna take the Pot de Soleil, which is the bronziest one, and I'm just gonna use 1 drop. I'm actually gonna take my Refer, it's like a blush brush, but I do like using it for foundation. I'm just gonna mix these 2 up on the back of my hand. And I am going to, so I'm gonna continue working on this side of my face. Now I do love this serum foundation. It does, by itself, have a pretty radiant glow to it because it is a serum foundation, but it does tend to set down. I think the radiance goes away a little bit. I mean, I think it still remains pretty glowy even after it sets down. But after adding the liquid highlight, your skin, again, it just looks so luminous without it looking like greasy or oily. It just does a really beautiful smoothing and blurring situation on your skin. So again, that was just like maybe 4 drops of the serum foundation and then 1 drop of the Pot de Soleil. But what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna take the Pot de Soleil by itself because I wanna add a little bit of bronzing and contour to the face. And I'm just doing half of my face because I want you guys to be able to see the difference. And I'm gonna take my Refer 35 brush. This is actually pretty similar to the Baby Blender. It's just a little bit like floofier on top. It's not quite as rounded. So picking up the Pot de Soleil and I'm just pouncing it where I wanna add a little bit more depth. Beautifully subtle. So here is that little bit of the Pot de Soleil. Here's nothing. Isn't that gorgeous? I love, love, love this. I love how subtle you can make it, and of course you can build it up. But I'm gonna grab some of the Pot de Pêche, and this is probably my favorite shade. Did I say that already? This is like my favorite shade in the actual compact version of this. But I think when it comes to these liquid drops, I really love all 3 of the shades because they serve like really different purposes. I'm just gonna grab the Refer brush again and pick up some of the Pot de Pêche and just add a little bit to my cheeks here. This really brings out the highlight. The Pot de Pêche on my skin tone, I would say, is like the choice highlight. I'm gonna grab just a little bit more of the Pot de Soleil and I'm actually gonna use it as blush as well. I just want to add a little bit more color right here to like the apple of my cheek. Yeah, just focus it right there. So there, nothing on my face, lots of liquid super loaded drops on my skin. Oh my God, it's so gorgeous. So, so gorgeous. I will say, I'm like staring at the monitor. I think it looks a little bit shinier in the monitor than it does in real life. Like it looks a lot more reflective in the monitor. So I don't know if that's how it's coming across to you. It's not quite that shiny. It just has a really beautiful kind of like subtle dewiness going on. And you know, I just feel like it's made my entire face kind of come alive. So I love using it in those ways, underneath my eyes, added to my foundation just to give a little bit of a, like a pump, like a juiciness pump. And then on top, like I did with the Pot de Pêche, just to add a little bit of highlight, and even the Pot de Soleil if I want to add just a little bit of like a bronze situation. I am just so in love with these, so in love with these. So I'm gonna go ahead and do the same thing to this side of my face just to kind of match it up. And I love that 1 drop from these bottles, like just makes a difference. Like that's all you need for a lot of your use. I think like the Pot de Rosé, what did I put? I think I used 1 drop. Yeah, I think I used 1 drop underneath this eye, and I felt like I could have used the remainder for the rest of my face. So I don't even think you need more than 1 drop for underneath both of your eyes. Okay, so I just evened it up. I now have everything on both sides of my face. Oh, you know, and the best part is too, it feels gorgeous. It feels like skincare. It just, you guys know I don't like the feeling of makeup, especially if it starts to set down, it starts to feel dry in any way. I really don't like that. This just feels incredible. Like I just moisturized my skin. Gorgeous. Gorgeous in every way. I'm just gonna take whatever's left on my brush. I actually haven't used this on my eyes. Let's see if that works at all. Look a little something. It's kind of pretty. Okay. And then I am going to thought I just saw mascara out here. Hold on. Just throwing on some mascara. This is the Lancome Defenseal waterproof mascara. I got this during the Ulta. What was it? Their like summer beauty event where they had a bunch of stuff on sale. This was like 50% off. And I really do enjoy Lancome mascaras. I don't think one has ever done me wrong. And then I'm gonna throw on the YSL, what is this? The Rouge Volupte Shine Candy Glaze something? Rouge Volupte Candy Glaze in shade number 15. It's like a pretty nude color. There, a really pretty kind of everyday glowy look. Now, let me show you actually what this looks like if I put a little powder down, because if you have any type of skin that's beyond dry, if it's normal to oily, you're probably gonna want to powder this down. I have such dry skin that I'm like, this is great, love this. But let me just show you what this looks like if I were to powder this down a little bit. Okay, I've got my Westman Atelier, what's the full name? Vital Pressed Skincare Powder in the shade Creme. And I'm just gonna use my Wong brush here. And I'm just gonna pick up just a little bit because I really don't wanna take down too much of the glow. So just a little bit. This powder is perfect to set down makeup, but not mattify it too much. See how I still look really radiant there? Gorgeous. So that's what it looks like with just a little bit of powder on top. I do feel like, yeah, it's definitely set down a bit more than it was, but I still have that beautiful radiance shining through. I love these so much. Now, if you have a similar skin tone to me, I just give it a shot. Give the Peau de Rosé a shot underneath your eyes. I think you're gonna be really, really pleasantly surprised, but I would never ever think to put a liquid highlighter underneath my eyes. I'd be like, what exactly do we want to emphasize here? But it just, as you can see, it just looks so flawless. Oh, finally, the air conditioning unit has stopped, but now I'm done filming in here. All right, well, let me get on with my day. I have to unpack from New York still, and I have a lot of things to catch up on, so I'll be back in just a little bit. Good morning, everyone. I just have to show you one of Butter's chew toys. Every day, multiple times a day, I see this chew toy of hers, and I think it's a piece of poo. Like, every single time. The first time I see it, I think it's a piece of poo. So why did I buy my dog a poo-colored chew toy? This is my advice to you other dog owners out there. Do not get a poo-colored chew toy for your dog. That is approximately the size of a very large poo. That would be very large for Butters. Anyway, good morning. How are you guys? I need to make coffee immediately. So, as I'm sipping my coffee, I got some more PR in. I feel like I'm talking about a lot of PR in this particular video, but it's such a strange thing. I mean, is it strange? I don't know. It's kind of a strange thing. I feel like when it comes to PR, when it rains, it pours. Like, it always comes in like huge waves, and then there'll be some weeks where I don't get any. This seems to be a really heavy week. So I did get a new Daily Barrier Recovery Cream from Tower 28. I am really excited to try this because, if I remember correctly, the founder of Tower 28 suffered from eczema, possibly rosacea, basically has very sensitive skin, much like mine. I do suffer from eczema. And so a lot of their products are geared towards that. So this was accepted by the National Eczema Association. There's a little emblem there. And I think this is just called the SOS, which is, I guess, their skincare line at Tower 28. So yeah, I'm really excited to try this. No fancy actives, no breakthrough patented technology, just a good, simple cream that works. Yes, just yes. It is $24, and it is, let's see, what is this? 55 ml tube. So yeah, I'm excited to try that. Thank you. Oh, and it's available, let's see, Sephora, Credo, Revolve, and at the Tower 28 site. So thank you, Tower 28, for this. Very excited to try this. And then I got this really nice little travel kit from NARS. I don't know if you can see, yeah, NARS is like embossed in there. And let's see, they sent over their new light reflecting eye brightener. Oh, awesome. Okay. Illuminates and invigorates the under eye area for an instantly awakened look with brightness that lasts up to 24 hours. Advanced makeup / skincare hybrid gives the illusion of a dramatic lift by targeting dark circles and dullness. Creamy, crease-resistant texture glides on sheer, buildable coverage. Long-wearing formula imparts a naturally luminous effect, while skin-loving ingredients help improve skin elasticity, strengthen the skin barrier, and lock in moisture. It's never been easier to look on the bright side. They sent me 3 shades. I definitely want to try this out. They sent over Golden Eye, and this looks like their concealer pot. What's their concealer called? I can't remember. But same idea. And this shade is Golden Eye. This looks a little deep for me, but sometimes under eye concealers, they can really trick me. Anyway, that one is Golden Eye. This one is Impossible Dream. Ooh, this one is, I think, way too deep. Yeah, Impossible Dream is way too deep. Maybe I can give this one to my assistant, whose skin tone is a little deeper than mine. And let's see, this one is Night Swan. This may be the one. Night Swan. Winner, winner. Okay, so definitely want to try that out. And they also included, and this is one of the best pressed powders I've ever used. This is the light reflecting pressed powder. So this is the one that's white. It's such a strange, or I shouldn't say strange, it's a very unique and different sort of texture to this powder. It's like very, very hard, and it doesn't feel like you're ever picking up any product, but you are. And it just has such a beautiful light touch, and it really is very, very blurring. So anyway, we'll definitely try the powder with these new brighteners. Thank you very, very much, NARS. I am loving their like liquid blushes. I tried them in like a trying new makeup video maybe a couple ago, and I love them. I love them. I think they're so good. They blend out beautifully, and the colors are so pretty. So anyway, NARS has been killing it. And then I posted this to my community tab. So Dermstore was working with Augustinus Bader on a deal. So if you buy a full size of either the cream or the rich cream, you will get a 15 ml bottle of either the cream or the rich cream, depending on what you get, with the code MicheleAB. So MicheleAB. I'll put that on the screen. Of course, I'll put it down below in my description box. If you want to go in my past community tabs, I will have put it up there. But this is such a great deal, and I'm trying to see when it ends. So it ends July 31st. So you have about another week. And this is such a great deal. As we know, Augustinus Bader creams are not inexpensive. And if you are traveling this summer, it's really, really nice to have like smaller sizes. So definitely take advantage. Again, it's MicheleAB at Dermstore, and I'll leave a link down below. But a big thank you to Dermstore for creating that code. I didn't ask or anything, they just sent it along, and they were really excited about this promotion. So anyway, very exciting, and a big thank you to them. And then I also got this box from Strathberry. So this is a handbag company, and they are based in the UK, and they actually reached out to me, and they said that they would love for me to pick out a bag and see what I thought. So I'm very, very excited. Look at this beautiful packaging here. So that's the dust bag. Oh, I love their hardware. So, oh, this dust bag is actually a tote bag. What? That is awesome. And here is the bag that I chose. So it's like a hobo style, and I wanted like a luggage brown bag because I don't have many, as you guys know. Most of my handbags are black, or I go for kind of like a funky color, or it's a pattern or something. So I really wanted something this color. I think it's perfect for like the summertime and the warmer months. It's also just so classic, and this is a very classic kind of brand. And here, let me show you the hardware. So this is just a magnetized flap. Isn't that clever? When I looked at these, I thought that this like tucked into some piece of hardware, and I'm like, oh, I'm never gonna tuck it in. It's always gonna be kind of like flapping over, and I was like, oh, that's okay. But I love that this is magnetized. Isn't that great? So here is like the shoulder length strap or hand length strap. And as you guys know, I'm not the biggest fan of bags that are really close up into my pit. But ta-da! It also comes with a strap extender, so I can wear this crossbody, as you guys know I love. And by the way, this extends also, there's 3 holes in here, and it was on the second one. Let me just put it on the longest one and see if that feels a little bit better. Oh yeah, that actually feels better. It's not like right up in there. Because I do think a hobo lends itself, or this shape bag kind of lends itself to being kind of carried this way. But let's try this longer strap. So excited. Okay, so it looks like I have to take the shorter strap off. I'm just gonna unlatch that. I'm going to slip this over and away, and then just pull that off. Very easy. Nice. And then take the long one. So what did I call this, a strap extender? It's not a strap extender, it's just a longer option for a strap. All right, so now I've got the long strap on, and let's see. I'm gonna use the middle hole here. We'll just start there. This leather is really soft, but it doesn't seem like it has a lot of, what's the word I'm looking for? Like, it doesn't have a lot of like polish to it, so it feels just really natural, and I love that. So that's a tiny bit short, so I'm gonna make it just a bit longer. Oh, nice. Hold on, let me move you so you can see the whole thing here. So here it is. Oh, I like it. Very, very handy. Ah. And I do think this brown, this kind of brown, this sort of like gold color is really like such a great neutral, because I do think it works well with navy. I think it works well with black. I think it works well with cream colors. In fact, I love this color with cream colors. This is really nice. Wow, thank you so much, Strathberry. This is really, really beautiful. And I started eyeing these bags when I saw them on the Saks site. And like I said, I was really kind of taken by this piece of hardware. It's very simple, it's very sleek, but it's bold at the same time. I just really enjoyed it. Okay, I'm gonna have to go onto their website and look more into this company, but I really like what I see so far. It's really pretty. Oh, and there is like a Strathberry stamp on the strap. It's on the inside. So yeah, it's all like very subtle. There is a Strathberry stamp down here. Very pretty. And they do have a lot of different styles. And I just wanted to try a style that is unique to my collection, but they have some really, really nice shapes. Anyway, check them out. I'll put a link down below in my description box if you're interested. But thank you to them. I can't wait to use this. I think this goes really well actually with my outfit today. This shirt dress that I've been wearing all summer. By the way, this shirt dress that you guys have seen me wear 1,000 times, it looks like pajamas. I got off of Amazon for like, I don't know, I think less than $30. It is probably my most worn piece of clothing this summer. I wore it all around Italy because it was so warm in Florence. It was like, this was all I could handle. Yeah, and I've been wearing it all around here in Vegas because it's very warm here as well. And it's just great. I like that it's long, you know, and I don't have to worry about like a breeze coming along. That's always my issue with dresses. Like if they're too short and they're not skin tight, if a breeze comes along, it can be a little exposing. So I do like that it's long. I love shirt dresses. I like the buttons up the front. The only thing it's missing, I will say, is it does not have pockets. It doesn't have pockets. But yeah, anyway, I just had to give a shout out to this dress because it has really been a companion this season. I just took Butters for a walk. It is before 8 a.m. It is 95 degrees out. I am dripping, dripping with sweat. Butters is completely unfazed, of course. She's such a Vegas dog, right, baby? But I think today is gonna have to be a pool day. I think it's the only way to just like cool off. So I'm gonna do some work this morning and then I'm gonna hop in the pool. Okay, it is pool time.